your aviation English testing and feedback solution. CaptainPilot Artificial Intelligence simulates ICAO proficiency tests, evaluates performance, and provides detailed feedback to help improve your communication skills in aviation. CaptainPilot Artificial Intelligence offers a simulation of the ICAO proficiency test, assessing 4 main skills: listening comprehension, feedback on understanding of communications, situation description, suggestions for improving emergency responses, picture description, tips on identifying risks and referencing ICAO standards, role play, guidance on effective communication with ATC and managing emergencies. Strengths of CaptainPilot Artificial Intelligence's feedback system benefits: immediate results. Feedback is provided right after the test. Accuracy, feedback based on ICAO standards. Customization, detailed insights for each user based on their individual performance. CaptainPilot Artificial Intelligence provides accurate simulations, real-time evaluation, and personalized feedback to ensure you are ready for ICAO certification.
Overall performance evaluation. Your performance across all parts of the simulated ICAO Level 4 test was strong, showing a good understanding of aviation communication protocols, emergency handling, and effective use of English. Let's review each part in detail, including areas where you excelled and suggestions for further improvement. Part 1. Listening comprehension. You accurately understood and responded to the questions based on the audio communications provided. Answer 1. You correctly stated that Speedbird 1234 was holding short of runway 27, ready for departure. Answer 2. You correctly identified that Delta 567 was requesting priority landing due to a medical emergency. Strengths, comprehension. You demonstrated strong listening skills by understanding key details in the communication, such as holding short and medical emergency. Clarity of response. Your answers were concise and directly addressed the questions, which is important for efficient communication. Suggestions. None for this section. Your performance in this part was excellent, with no misunderstandings or omissions. Part 2. Situation description. You effectively described how you would handle severe turbulence at FL 350, including communicating with ATC and taking action to ensure passenger safety. Response. You mentioned notifying ATC, requesting descent to a lower altitude, and turning on the seatbelt sign for passengers. Strengths. Key actions. You identified critical steps like communicating with ATC and taking immediate safety measures for passengers. Proper language use. Your use of aviation-specific terminology such as requesting descent and severe turbulence was accurate. Suggestions. Expand on safety measures. You could provide more detail on how you would manage the situation in the cabin, such as making an announcement to reassure passengers or instructing the cabin crew to secure the cabin. Detail in communication. It could help to specify the exact altitude you're requesting to descend to and give a clear indication of the urgency to ATC. Part 3. Picture description. You provided a detailed description of the scenario with a wet runway and 2 aircraft in close proximity, correctly identifying the safety risks and proposing appropriate solutions. Response. You identified the risk of collision, hydroplaning, and potential coordination issues between ATC and the pilots. You also suggested a go-around for the approaching aircraft. Strengths, thoroughness. Your description was clear, and you covered multiple risks, including poor braking conditions and potential miscommunication. Problem solving. You proposed logical solutions, such as a go-around and improved communication, which showed problem-solving skills. Suggestions. Reference to ICAO standards. You could strengthen your response by referencing specific ICAO procedures or standard phraseology to avoid such situations. Elaborate on communication. You could expand on how timely and clear communication between the pilots and ATC might have prevented this scenario from developing. You communicated effectively with ATC about an emergency situation involving your unresponsive co-pilot. Response. You provided accurate details about your altitude and heading, declared a medical emergency, and requested priority handling for an immediate landing. Strengths. Clear communication. You used the appropriate structure for declaring an emergency and provided all necessary information in a calm and professional manner. Requesting priority. You correctly asked for priority handling and an immediate landing, which is crucial in emergency situations. Suggestions. Reassurance. In an emergency, it's often helpful to reassure ATC that you have full control of the aircraft, especially if you're operating it alone. Request for medical assistance. Mentioning the need for medical assistance upon landing can help ATC prepare for the situation more effectively. Overall strengths. Pronunciation. Your responses were clear and easy to understand. Pronunciation is an important criterion, and you demonstrated excellent clarity. Vocabulary. You used appropriate aviation-specific terms like holding short, medical emergency, and severe turbulence, which enhance the accuracy and professionalism of your responses. Fluency. Your responses were fluent, with no significant pauses or hesitation, indicating that you are comfortable communicating in English in both routine and non-routine situations. Comprehension. You demonstrated excellent understanding of both routine communications and emergency scenarios, showing that you can effectively manage both standard and unexpected situations in English. Areas for improvement. More detail in responses. Providing more specific details in your communication, e.g., stating the exact altitude you're requesting or giving more detailed instructions to the cabin crew, would enhance your ability to manage complex situations. In emergency situations, it's always good practice to reassure ATC that you have full control of the situation, which can help them respond more effectively. Incorporating ICAO standards. While your responses were clear and appropriate, referencing specific ICAO standards or phraseology could further demonstrate your proficiency in aviation communication. Conclusion. Based on your performance, you demonstrate strong proficiency in aviation English, especially in the critical areas of comprehension, interaction, and vocabulary, which are key to achieving ICAO Level 4. You have a clear understanding of how to handle both routine and non-routine situations, and with a few refinements, such as adding more detail and referencing ICAO standards, you would further enhance your communication skills. This performance is indicative of a solid ICAO Level 4 proficiency, with potential to move toward higher levels by continuing to develop more nuanced communication techniques and attention to detail. Keep up the great work!